boiler goes into the back of the valve. Then it administers it to this cylinder. And when this one exhausts, it exhausts into this. You see, we use the steam twice. Otherwise, you know, it's harder on steam with the other type. This is the same. So this come down about halfway, all the way. Okay. So it seems like it bottomed out there. Yeah, it bottomed out. It bottomed out. And then it makes steam on the other end. Oh, all the way back. It comes back into here. Yeah, this one here goes to here, you see? Yeah. And this end goes to here. And then it goes the other way. See, the reason for the two different lengths, the bigger fish is thicker. You know, they're about 3 inches. Yeah. So that gives you what 3 rings on it.
What's the horsepower on this?
17. Yeah.
So, unusual for one this small to be a compound engine.
You know, they made hundreds of this particular model around the turn of the century. 1895, right on up to about 1900. And once we hit 1900 now, they made a bigger engine. These were made for the eastern trade, where the bridges were smaller, roads were rougher, lots more hills, light bridges where the big engines were fell through and that sort of thing.
This is pretty old, having the wood spoke wheels and stuff.
Yeah, this is about 1896.
Yeah. It says the condition on it.
Well, there's been a lot of work done. I spent quite a lot of phone time fixing it.
What's the horsepower on your case?
That's a 45. 45.
45?
Yeah. That's a bigger one. But case is a different rating than all the other makes. Okay?
I know you can't really compare them with nose to nose.
How you talk steam, you go back in the days of the horsepower. When a horse was walked around on an arm and drove a traction down or a surface or whatever. Well, if it took 6 horses to drag, that was considered a 6 horsepower. Well, when they come in with steam, they hooked this on, and they had way more power than that, so they said, this is equivalent to 17 horses pulling around on an arm, okay? They didn't have anything to do with 33,000 pounds pull at a given amount of...
They've probably never seen 17 horses that's gone to the arm.
So anyhow, this type of these people and all the other makes stayed with this old idea. 17s and 18s and 20s and 25s and 30s and 35s and so on. But it was rated on that type of thing on the beginning. Case didn't do that. Case went to the mathematics and said, well, 32,000 pounds. He said, okay, that's equivalent to 45 horsepower. But our engines will develop 10% more than our rating. Okay? So, he come out then with a 55. Say that. So then, if you put steam power against gasoline power, you just multiply it 3 times. You understand?
Okay, so this one in...
This one here will give you 3 times 17, which is about 51 horsepower. Okay? Now that's at a given boiler pressure. But if you up the boiler pressure, you put that all crazy again, you now got more horsepower than that. So you get 60 horsepower, or 61, or 2, or whatever, you know, depending on boiler pressure. Yeah. You do the same with that, and you get another thing then altogether. You know, they say we got 45 horsepower. Is that at 80 pounds? Is that 125 pounds? Is that 150 pounds? Or is that...
The old Westinghouse, they make them down real low, but they figured it about like this thing here. The same size engine, in the case, they were a whole lot less horsepower.
Probably, yeah. They were down around 12 or 15 or 10 or something like this. But depending on the make and so on, they differed in their opinions.
When we were kids, a guy had a nickel shepherd, a 1660.
Right.
And
Now
That was a pretty good sized tractor for no more than 60 horsepower on the boiler. See, it was about half again as big as that case.
Yeah.
To the traction engine. Now the same guy that had a case like that the engine's been pulled off of.
Oh yeah.
He used to steam tobacco plant there. But he pulled it around like that, just a portable boiler. But when we were little, it's been used in a laundry.
Right.
And the guy heated his house and everything off of this old case.
Well, I had another boiler identical to that, and it went up Turles here 3 or 4 years ago, and it's getting on. It's getting put back together with a 45 case traction engine. It was a good boiler, so they took it up to put it onto a traction. I was talking to him the other day, and he has it all finished. All he's waiting on is the boiler inspector to come check her out. And that's for Ontario, which is a bit rough on the old boiler yet. But I think they've had it x-rayed before he went that far and all the rest. Maybe there's a possibility.
Yeah, that's the case one that he had. There was probably about 100 horses, so it was a pretty good size. The original was on a sawmill.
Yeah, right.
They took it off the sawmill about 1948 or so, or something like that.
Well, that one there was on a sawmill. 2 old guys had that. One was about 76 and the other was about 85. They were on the sawmill with it up just on this side of North Bay, if you know where that is. It's west of here.
Oh, that's where it's on.
Oh,
yeah, North Bay.
yeah,
It'd be about halfway between here and Earlton, which is 450 miles, so it's about 225 miles.
You got you a nice old planer over there. That's a pretty old one too.
That metal one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a wood one there too.
Yeah, that's about 1900 or 1890 something.
That's
like
an old plan.
Yeah. Well, the top you can tell the way the casting.
Yeah,
is made.
oh yeah. That's when they took pride in their work.
Yeah, the fancy casting. You see that over there, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that little John Deere? Is that an OD or is that a BO?
That's a BR.
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 A friend of mine's got one like that. He's been trying to get it back together in the.
We're getting steam here.
Yeah.
A BR is the smallest one they built.
Yeah. We see a lot of
on steel.
On a lot of A's around.
What do you think of my water tank for my steam?
Yeah.
Now, what logo should I put on the side of that? When steam was king, or
I guess.
or the days of steam and glory, or you know, what should we do? Any suggestions? Well, this should blanket all of America and all of Canada. But
Yeah. I think I'll go.
Well, it really hasn't been used much, has it?
no, it looks to be like a fair shape.
Yeah.
I'm planning on building a building to put it in. And
I've seen several of these go at auctions, and I didn't have any place to put one of them, and
well, I didn't pay a lot for this, but nobody knew what it was and nobody wanted it, so that ended it right there.
yeah, well, up here you.
I think I paid either $25 or $40 for it.
Look, the crossfeed screw looks like it's brand new.
Yeah, it's never done a hell of a lot, other than it's been abused.
What really is nice if you've got like a Bridgeport milling machine head and mount on here.
Well, I have a vertical milling unit.
And you want to mill long stuff, you put the vertical milling head on here.
Yeah.
And you make you a feed mechanism for the table.
Well, I have a portable milling unit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to mount it on there.
Yeah.
The same as the Versamill.
Mm-hmm.
This must fit on your crossblade of your lathe. I'm going to mount that on it.
I see they must have been moving it sometime or another and broke the
Broke a leg.
leg. That doesn't really hurt.
I'm going to take it apart and weld that though before I go moving it again. Because they did put a plate on it, and I'm going to leave the plate on, but I want to weld it. Both inside and out. It did a good job fixing it. This is the cavalcade of power here.
The cavalcade of power.
This is all mine. I got another, that's the guy out.
Now, was that the same as Matthew Harris Company? Was that
happened in between, that's before 19 and 4. After 19 and 4, they took the yard out, so you're not something. Okay?
Boy, these things are old, man. That's pretty old.
Yeah, they're no new toys and something.
A friend of mine has got supposedly the oldest steam tractor in North America. It's from England. It's a
Lansing?
no. What did I say? What was talking about? Alvin Porter.
Evelyn and Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got wood spokes on wheels and all that.
Right.
No differential on it.
I see. Well, it'll be a single wheel drive.
Yeah, it's what was it, 1870 or something like that.
I
It's
see.
pretty old.
Well, this is old.
You're there, realize it.
Yep.
Water's still in pretty good shape.
It needs a barrel. I'm going to put a new barrel in. I'm just on the drawing board. Put a new barrel in. This tractor here, it came and eventually was sold brand new in Stuttgart, Saskatchewan, out in the west.
This is a big one, 55.
Yeah, that's the biggest one they built.
Now, what kind of engine does this one have in it?
That's Continental. It's 382 cubic inch.
Oh, man, that's for a four-cylinder, that's a big engine.
Yeah, 4.5-inch pistons with 6-inch stroke.
Pickering Gully, you always like to.
And on the sawmill, it'll run on 2.5 gallons of fuel an hour. Gas.
Yeah, that's quite a good sized tractor.
That's it.
Now, the ones they had was the six-cylinder Chrysler, the Continental.
No, them were just gas burners. I don't like them. Four cylinder. The 382 cubic inch four cylinder is very comfortable.
Yeah. On a cold morning, if you had to hand crank it, that's quite a chunk.
You remember that one. Maybe if it kicked, you wouldn't remember, but anyway.
I used to have a Super WD6. And one time I decided
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can start it on diesel. It's hot. And you can crank it over and then start it on diesel, but man, it's a real bear. You can't believe how hard you got to pull on that crank to get that thing over.
I use this tractor, I was using it on the sawmill. Now that I got that case, that's pensioned off on that job.
Yeah, this was still on the steel. One a friend of mine got is a little bit later model, and it's on rubber.
That's 1936.
Yeah, his is about I think with the steel, figured it's about a 40, 41, something like that.
Right. This is, it was a basket case when I got it. And I made them fenders and put on it, and I did the motor over. There's all new bearings and everything in the motor.
Now, one thing I noticed on that just having a single brake on it, no turning brake.
No turning brake.
And these were just more or less a miniature D on these ones, except that the engine doesn't go all the way to the front.
Yeah.
Well, here's somebody put it on rubber, but aside from this, it looks a lot like this. The radiator's in a little bad shape.
Well, this tractor needs to be cleaned up again and painted. But I just made the fender.
Well, there's a high-low here, and then a
High and low, yeah, that's two. So you have 4 gears. You give you 4 gears. Not too bad for PDO.
Now here's I think on his, the tag was gone over here for the serial number.
Serial numbers on this.
Yeah. Is there any
331654.
Is there any other place that John Deere marked the serial numbers? Or is that it?
Not that I know of. But the plate's gone.
The plate is eaten off, just rotted off of it or something.
Yeah.
His had the flat
The
spokes.
33,000 comes in around 1936 to 1940.
But it had the flat spokes, so he figured it's originally steel and somebody welded.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Welded rims on it. These are a real cute little tractor, though.
Yeah.
I've got a little 012 McCormick.
Uh-huh.
It's about the size of this only.
Yeah. 012 would be good. That
A little bit smaller horsepower-wise, though, isn't it?
maybe. This is only 14, 18. 14 on the drawbar, 18 on the belt.
Yeah, well, it'd be close to, it'd be about the same. Nothing about this.
Yeah. They're a nice little tractor. Imagine when that rolled in onto the farmers for the first time, he thought he really had something, eh?
Well, compared to a team of horses, he did have something.
Well, he had something that'll go steady. He didn't get 20 miles to the gallon of oats, but, you know, he...
Well, surely you get to reading back at when they did farm with horses, the amount of acreage it took to grow just the feed for the horses, they really weren't all that economical, you know. I mean, the hay wasn't free.
No, no. No, it would make a difference, no doubt, in how many cattle you could keep. Because you had to cut back on the cattle to keep extra horse. Most farms had 2 teams and a driving horse.
You had to make these fenders for it.
Yeah.
Well, see, most of them that you run into in California were the orchard models, when they were set up with
Yeah,
fenders
a
to
lot
get under the tree.
more timber on it, yeah. And there's a fellow in Pennsylvania, Robert Lefevre, he makes fenders for all the John Deeres, but he puts all the stripes, you know, the ribs in them and all that. I didn't bother with that. It just made it flat.
Yeah.
It won't look as good, but the next
he gets a pretty good price for those fenders too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I didn't mind the price. I guess at the time I made these, though, he wasn't even in business at all. And
you just bend on. Do you have this formed on
no,
here?
all by hand, the whole thing. Yeah.
With a hammer and a dollar.
Yeah, hammer. Beating it too.
What kind of little dozers you got down here?
Okay. See, they are antiques, maybe, but it's my only source of livelihood.
Yeah, they still running.
So I've no choice.
Work. Yeah.
Either use it or else.
Yeah, I've seen these things. I've never been around one up to.
Portable keyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mounted on the shop.
You know, some outfits that still make those that are electric.
Yeah.
Basically, it's about like that, only got electric motors. Some of them use electric drills to power them.
Right. They do make a thing like that. Yeah.
There's an outfit out there in California, just north of me, that makes what's a whole lot fancier than that now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got power feed to it. But, use it on great big shafts, like you got a big, you know,
Tractors and all out.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
sawmills and places. Well, they can't tear the shaft out. They want to cut a keyway.
They turn it around and build it, you know, and cut another keyway.
Yeah. Build the old one up and cut a new one.
Yeah, 'cause I've had a lot of stuff I couldn't get in the mill to handle it, you know.
Yeah. This is new in 1949.
That's about one of the last ones made, isn't it?
No, they made them a little later than that. I'd say maybe up to about 52, 53. Some of the companies hung on quite a bit longer.
Might be a little later up here in Canada than they were down in the States.
Probably. Yeah, we were pretty backward in a lot of things. Still are.
Well, I used to forest, you know, the season was so short that this was a lot cheaper than buying a combine probably, so...
Well, the combine never was any good in the East, and it still ain't, so it hasn't changed any.
Well, my grandfather...
It's a hard statement to make now because everybody thinks the combine's all right, and they're getting away with it. But it's a poor specimen of an outfit for get your grain in the day, and I'll tell you.
Scattered much of it?
Well, first of all you're doing is scattering weeds all over the country, and then the second thing, we have a lot of damper ground and a lot of small fields, and we get a lot of second growth of weeds in the fall just before you cut the grain, and it just don't work out.
Yeah, I've noticed looking at the grain fields around here that you see one that's pretty nice, and the next one's got a bunch of green weeds in it, and you try to direct cut it, and man, you never...
You can't do nothing with that. You're charging about as much ragweed as you are anything else.
So you end up having to
combines won't handle that. There's no way.
windrow it and go back with a pickup header. And
Yeah, and then they get a big rain and spoil the whole thing. And
see, they do that with
Try
oats
the
down
blue.
there somewhere. They're harvesting for seed.
Yeah.
To get them to cure all at the same time.
Yeah.
You go in there.
That's true.
And beans and stuff like that.
That's right. It's like that bird that made that outfit for harvesting strawberries. I never was in a patch of strawberries that were all ripe the same day. I don't know how the hell they worked that, but anyway.
Well, the tomatoes, they finally just bred them before they all ripen about the same time, and the hell with the ones that don't,
Yeah, well, I think this is what they're doing with the strawberries. They leave them till they're damn well ripe, and anything that came in late and it's a bit green, to hell with it, throw it away.
Well, those tomatoes are the hardest you can use them for a baseball,
Oh, yeah. But, like, how do you harvest strawberries? I mean, but the same way I pick blueberries. I take the team and the mower and the dump rake, and I cut the blueberry brush and the whole works and rake it into a windrow and draw it home. And the wife can pick blueberries at her leisure. Right? Taking her long.
There's a nice little pump to hook up the show. And
yeah. The guy wasn't very proud of it. He never put no name on it. I guess he was ashamed of it, maybe. I don't know.
That gets me like new electric motors and stuff you buy now. They got a little decal on them,
Yeah.
When that decal falls off and you need to find out something about it.
You can forget it.
Yeah.
You won't have a clue who the hell made it. But, I don't know.
Was this stone for sharpening planer knives or something, or what was that?
Could have been.
That's a real deep cup stone.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't want to put that on a 3,600 RPM motor, would you?
Not stand too close. You could, but I have more of them around too.
Fairbanks Morris made one about like that with the tight loose pulleys in the middle.
I kind of wondered if it might be some of them, or maybe Beatty, or Gould Shapley, or some of them companies. I don't know who made it. They didn't put no nothing on it.
Usually Fairbanks has their name on it.
There's not. I don't think there's even a letter on it. There's a number there on the side of that crosshead, but that's about it.
Yeah, I've got an old Fairbanks Morris catalog.
Who the hell made that?
What did it show? That it shows.
It's two-cylinder with crossheads, and it works one up and one down. One pumped like a bastard.
Get a little closer, I think.
Yeah.
I'll look it up when I get home.
I don't know what that is.
That's nice when you have an engine show, though, or something to have.
Oh, yeah. Well, it pumped the water here for the steam show for 5 years or more, and then we went to steam power.
What kind of lathe you got here? Excelsior. They still make the Excelsior drill press? It's V-belt drive, though, now.
Oh, yeah.
At least they did 4 or 5 years ago.
I got to put all new gears in that.
Somebody's putting on car transmission.
Yeah, I don't like that gear. Now I'm going to put in everything in it, rig it up. New bearings, new gears.
Yeah, the gears there.
Gears are all done. All I'm going to use is the freight. I'll machine the table again.
I think the Excelsior is probably about the last one still made.
In that type of a
Yeah, I
job.
saw them in this catalog. It's what do you call it, Thomas Register. You see them in the libraries and stuff. It's a bunch of big green books about that. A whole set of them like encyclopedias. It has all the manufacturers. And I was looking through there 2 or 3 years ago, and lo and behold, there was the Excelsior drill presses. They're still making. I hate to think what they get for one of them now. But
Yeah, I bet you 2,500 or so.
probably.
They're well made, strong old drill, and bore all the friggin' holes the guy ever wanted. About 20 years. Yeah.
I got an old Kennedy Auto, which is built just about the same.
Yeah, I had another big one here. I sold it not too long ago, 25 inch. It was quite a heavy drill. Like, it was only 5 inches bigger, but it was a ton heavier,
Yeah, 25. They get.
Jesus, it was that.
Oh, a friend of mine had one. It was a 36 Buffalo.
Oh.
And the belts, you had to have a ladder to get up and change the belt up on top. It had a table here, and the table was about this high, and about 30 inches in diameter the table was. And your spindle end was about up like this, and then it was just too big,
Yeah.
He wanted, I think, $1,800 for it or something, $1,500. Where am I going to put the thing? It took 10 feet in height, and
Oh, yeah.
it was in good shape, but
Yeah, but how do you work with it?
yeah.
Mean to work with. It's too big. Yeah.
I don't feel that many big
I have
ones.
another drill in the shop here.
Look at that vice there, Tom. Little Parker Company. Oh, you got all kinds of stuff in here now.
That drill I rebuilt.
Champion blower. You know, we came through Buffalo the other day. I looked over there on the side of the road, and there was the Buffalo Forge Company.
On the side of the building?
See, right there, trying to get a look as I went by.
Mm-hmm.
You got quite a machine shop here.
That's a Canadian made, CMC, Canadian Machine.
I've never seen one
Built
of
up
those.
at Gall, Ontario. And them are good lathes. Really good. One thing they do have, they bear on this big flat as well as on the leeway on this side. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't wear it out, bedwise.
Yeah, this is about like the old big American lathe it used to be.
Yeah, real heavy.
Yeah. What's the swing on this one? About
24.
24.
Yeah. But look at the length of the headstock.
Now the Walcott's got some gears down underneath, sort of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
Big old steady rest.
Yeah,
Four jaw steady rest too. That's
Hey.
not unusual.
A 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Not many of them. And another thing it has too, you got forward and reverse right in the carry. You can back up or go ahead, just keep on trucking. And also the forward and reverse works both on crossways and the other way, depending on whether you're in cross feed or in longitudinal feed, you know. There's a portable mini unit I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
That'll go on my
Yeah, now the
planer.
new ones they make now are just basically the same thing.
Yeah, and
But you got several here.
well, those I made.
Well, those ones you made up.
Yeah, for my small leg, 10 inch. So I was planning on mounting that on my planer, and then I can machine a long thing if I want to, you know.
Yeah. What are you going to use for a lead screw for it? You going to make a...
No, I'm going to put a real slow feed on, like slow drive on the whole thing, you know. You can cut it right down to just crawl on it. Variable speed drive or something.
Well, see, you had to make you
I had to make
weight
a place
down.
for
That
it.
took a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
Figuring that all out.
To know what it cuts, yeah. If you can get the coarsest and the finest, then you can catch all the rest in between, no problem. But you got to find out how coarse it'll cut and then how fine it'll cut.
I've got 2-speed back gears in it.
Yeah.
too.
Double speed back.
Yeah. This is quite a shop in here.
This is a South Bend.
Is this a Brown and Sharp here or something?
No, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, this is a Brown and Sharp here. Number 18, I think.
That's a pretty nice little mill. Isn't it?
Yeah, that mill works good.
Got the vertical head for it and everything.
Yeah. This mill here is fully complete too. I've got the dividing head and also a driven dividing head. They're all geared really.
For making worms.
Yeah,
and all that kind of
yeah. And it's also a universal mill. You can swing the tables on it.
I'd like to get one. I've got a couple of verticals at Bridgeport and Lagoon, but I don't have a good horizontal. That's something I need to get me one of these days.
Yeah. I heard to find something in fair shape,
Yeah.
you know.
One like this, you know, the old flat belt drive, for what I'd use it for, would be fine.
Well, the flat belt drive, you see, is all we can use out on the farm here, right? We can't, you go into all the new modern stuff, they're all 3-phase motors and all that, and we're shit out of luck. We don't have 3-phase power. 220, 110, that's it.
You have to make you a 3-phase converter. You ever make one of those, Tom?
No, I didn't. But there's a guy in trouble right now. He needs, he bought a lathe, and the thing's got 3-phase all the way. There's a bunch of stop and go switches in it, and they're all 3-phase. You can't change nothing. It's got to stay there and be driven 3-phase, and I don't know how he's going to come out of that. That's a South Bend.
That's been 16, is it?
16 to 24.
You know, that's the first one of those I've ever seen. I've got a steady rest for one.
Have you?
I made an adapter to put it on a Colchester, but it's the big steady one with the big hole in it.
Yeah. You don't want to sell it?
No, because I've already made my adapter for it.
I see. I have a steady rest there. But you see, it's got the block in it the same as all the rest. Huh? See, you can take the blocks
Yeah,
out
well,
of
wait,
that
mine fits a 16. Yeah, you
you
have to
take
use
these blocks out and drop it all down. You got a
and make
16-inch
a
lathe.
16.
But I tell you where it really shines is with that lathe converter on it. It leaves you with all kinds of room to do all kinds of very intricate machining on, you know, unbelievable jobs where you couldn't do otherwise. You couldn't even do on a milling machine.
This lathe here really hasn't been used all that much.
No.
Because these screws are the first things that people beat up on.
Oh yeah. Everything all chewed and twisted and battered.
South bends always show a little wear on the
Oh
lathe.
yeah. From the day you get the thing. Because I bought those bend in there brand new. And
First time you turn it on.
yeah. Oh yeah. It starts to scrape and claw right away. And even if you keep the bed ways soaking wet, it's still. One thing I do when I'm cutting cast, I dry them all off. Dry the whole lathe up and then cut cast and then dry them off again.
What's this set up for cutting gears here?
That's a gear cutter. They make, they're dandy for little stuff like Allen screws and one thing and another, you know. And I keep, you know, my
Center gauge and all this.
center gauge and stuff all there. And you turn it around.
That's sharp.
And if you want, you can take them right out. You have to do that with them to get them back in. Then they won't come out, you see. They won't fall out.
You got a lot of long winters up here to work on.
Oh, yeah, thank God for the winter. You know, and the longer the better. With your mitts on, it's about 30 below outside.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't get any long winters to catch up on my jobs like that.
like I'm all right here as long as we keep a fire on. But if this shot gets cold, it's cold for a week because it takes a long time to heat all that metal. You know, it just don't heat in an hour or so. You just freeze to death. That's an old machine. That must be 100 years old. That's all the change gears. You see, it's got the indexing head on the back of it. And this is the change gears for that. And then there's the all kinds of gear cutters for different pitches, so on. And you can cut bevel gears, straight gears, angle gears, anything you want. 45-degree angle or any other one. You could even make a set of herringbones on it. See, this here lifts up and feeds this way. And you can also turn it this way for cutting the gear, you know, for
Bevel gear.
bevel angle gear,
Angle gear, yeah.
angle cut. And it's all graduated in here when you swing it up for, you know, 45, 70, 60, 50, so. And a great indexing head.
Cool.
Cut 200, up to 200 teeth, and it cuts damn near anything in between. Like in the Queo Furry, it's made in England. And of course the English are buggers for making odd things. The set of bevel gears was 17 cogs in. Boston gear had 16 or 18, but not 17. And they couldn't get them anywhere, and they were 3 months. And this was on the steering of to steer the boat, the Furry. So they looked and looked and looked, they couldn't get anywhere. So the guy called me one day, and I said, I think so, I'll have a look at my machine, I think it'll cut 17. Oh yeah, no problem. Well, he couldn't believe it. He said, 10 miles from home, I got it done. And now all over the United States,
Yeah.
Canada, I couldn't get anything done.
A friend of mine has an old Cincinnati milling machine, and they used a 7 or a 9-tooth gear. It was one that had the first one that had the gears inside. It had a pulley down the bottom to drive. And that first gear, and they wanted $90 some odd for that gear. Well, he wouldn't pay him the money.
Right.
And it's still sitting there, you know, 30 years later, he hadn't gotten around to making that gear. He bought him a dividing head and everything for his mill, and that was the end of it. But like I say, Boston Gear they make even numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't make the odd
it's fantastic. But I rebuilt this machine after I got it.
I've got an old the reprint book of early machine tools.
Oh.
And this is in there. I think Google never hard to get.
Yeah, they're more than likely. Take a look at it. I bet you they sold it for $25.
Well, it doesn't have any prices in it.
When it was new.
Yeah. Smaller, an 18-inch, but it's in better shape. But it's
Does
not
yours roll over here?
No.
This rolls, and you got graduations here. You can go anywhere you want.
No, I don't.
And when you turn this plate up here to the top, it also hinges this way. If you want to cut a keyway and a tapered hub, you can bolt your hub to that, and then you can cut a tapered hub.
Yeah, see, you've been cutting the keyway.
Yeah, a tiny wee thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so now mine is just missing a gear in there someplace for that.
That's all, yeah. But what I'm saying is, I put it down as the Cadillac of shapers. I don't think they build anything a hell of a lot better.
Well, mine came out of an old cannery, and they've been sitting over in the corner for years because.
I don't know how old that is. Maybe not all that old.
No, it's not near as old as mine.
It's got a two-piece crank. It returns twice as quick as it goes forward.
Oh, they picked mine up, and Tommy, you remember seeing it sitting out there covered up with plastic with all the other junk?
Yeah.
That's one advantage down there. We don't get enough rain that you can let stuff sit out for a while. You know, it doesn't hurt it too bad.
Well, up here she rusts overnight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
well, where are you going to put these other lathes in here?
Oh, I pull them in the middle here, and I work away at them, and whenever I get them finished, I'll find new home for them or something. I don't.
Well, I think I've got 6 lathes and about 3 milling machines.
Well, I got lots of room.
The path is better. You can't get a bicycle. If you can take a bicycle in the shop, you got to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, you want to put it over your head in here. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. Like, you can got, immense room yet. You see, you don't want your furniture too badly scattered, or you can't find a lot of stuff. And every now and again, you get tired looking at it in a certain place, so you move it. And the worst part I find now with moving it is to find a place to put it. Even at a new location, it don't work out there. But
my worst problem is all the stuff I've taken apart and I'm never going to get back together.
I kind of quit doing that because if I don't put it in a box or something, I'll never find a piece anymore. It gets lost in the
I need a long winter to get in there and work on it.
But last winter I had that case in here most of the winter. So, I still have a lot of room.
What'd your wheels for your welder come off at?
I don't know. I bought them in a junkyard.
They look almost like the old
Simply
railroad.
because they don't take up too much room. Like, I do have a bit of a space problem, and try to keep down as much as I can. Like, if you get something that's too cumbersome, well, I either have to dismantle it or don't bother putting it in here. It takes 20 feet for my big planer, and I just didn't have 20 feet I could do without. So, it has to stay outside for just now, but I'm hoping to get a shack up this fall yet.
That's a nice drill bit, Rack. I need to build me one, something like that.
That works not too bad. I
end up with them piled in 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, but they get badly battered up doing that. I know.
Well, you can't find the one you need.
You never find. You're looking, and the one you want in the bottom, and you have to throw the whole rest of them on the floor to find what you want. It's something else. What have you got for a shop, fair chunk?
Well, the building what is it? I got an addition onto it. It's 24 by 60 and then a 24 by 30.
Oh yeah, this is 24 by 30,
Yeah.
this piece. And then I got the kitchen in the far end, but like, it don't hold such a
I'll give you the card here.
tremendous amount.
If you ever get out to California, stop by and look me up.
You're in California. I see.
Nice press shear and punch there too. I've never seen one just like that one.
I forget who made that. The plate's on it there somewhere. Oh, I couldn't read it. That's why I didn't. somebody painted over it, and when I took the paint off, I cleaned everything else with it.
Yeah.
I guess it was a painted,
Name on it?
yeah,
It's that wooden handle, did you make that to go in it, or?
yeah. Yeah, that's just homemade and hand painted, that. Well, I said it was, but it's too far to move machinery. Oh, we've taken machinery to Toronto. Well, I said, that's all right, but don't bother bringing it up this way.
I knew an old,
something that size.
an old Mennonite guy that had a shop there out in the country, and he bought an old, I think it was an American, 30-inch by 10 foot. It was an old one, making, 1890 something.
Right, well, that's what I'm looking for, is a big, big swing. 48-inch is all right, as long as it has a short bed, eh? But this one is 50 inches. I forgot, it's 18 inches,
Yeah, I'm
or
looking
16 inches, or 16 feet between centers or something, I don't know good either. I mean...
You don't do that much long stuff.
Well, no, you don't. There's nobody does anymore, not in this country, because there's no more big old sawmills or nothing. It's all gone. The thing is...
What happens if they don't drain the water out of it?
You blow the end right out of the book.
Yeah, I'll be in a minute. See, that was power you laid pretty good there, wasn't it?